So Donald Trump then called the troops to Chicago, even though the people in Chicago said that they didn't want it. And on top of that, he called for the mayor and the governor of Chicago and Illinois to be arrested because he say they don't want to protect ICE. Good evening and welcome to today's tea. You need to know before you hit the door why you sip your cup of joe or why you hit your blow ready, set, let's go. So just in case we not up to date just yet, ICE has been deployed to Chicago and Portland because Donald Trump said there is like war ravaged there, which is not true, which is factually accurate. So in trying to do so, Donald Trump asked to send the military to Portland, and the judge told him no and had to tell him no twice. So in Chicago, they didn't tell him no, so he sent the military to Chicago, and everybody is really upset about it. On top of that, Pam Bondi went and spoke in front of Congress yesterday and wouldn't answer anything. Not one thing. And she came off, she read as combative. Donald Trump and the crew are probably still speaking right now about what's going on and how they intend to handle Antifa and the Antifa threat that is going on right now. The government still shut down. The Republicans are still blaming it on the Democrats, and they keep making threats as to what's going to happen if the Democrats don't let up soon. There was a helicopter that crashed, I think on the highway, was it in California? But it crashed on a highway somewhere. Because of the government shutdown, airports are closing down as well because they don't have controllers. They don't have enough people to tell them how to fly the planes, and people calling in sick. Ooh, but see, so Donald Trump said that some people might get paid back even though they're furloughed, and some people might not get paid back. So it just depends. Ooh, other tea. Ghislaine Maxwell. First off, Donald Trump said Diddy asked him for a pardon, so Diddy might get pardoned. But Ghislaine Maxwell asked if, she didn't ask yet, but she got denied in the Supreme Court for her appeal, and a reporter brought it up to Trump, and she asked was he gonna pardon her, and he said, I'm not gonna pardon her. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, during the conversation or the interrogation at this point of Pam Bondi during Congress, they asked her about one about a supposed bribe that Tom Homan took, and two, they asked about supposed pictures of Donald Trump, and instead of just saying no, because if it's no, it's no, and you can say no. She didn't say no. She just was combative. Donald Trump showed off his new renovations in the White House to the Oval Office. It's blinged out everywhere. And I personally like it because I love gold. Okay, all right. Y'all heard about the mom that was accused of shooting her 4 kids, but killing 2? Oh, bitch. The Swifties is kind of moving slow right now. I hear that Taylor Swift album flopping a bit. They say the general consensus is that she's still singing songs for 14-year-olds, and she 35, and they say she got something against the sisters. I don't know. Because she wears short skirts, she wears short skirts, I wear sneakers. She's cheer captain and I'm on the bleachers. And I'm on the fucking bleachers, boy. There was a South Carolina judge house that blew up. I don't know if I told y'all that. If I didn't tell y'all that, now you know. If I did tell y'all that, now you know. And I don't know if I told y'all what, and you know again. And I don't know if I told y'all that Trump and them had requested some information from her and she wouldn't give it up prior, just a week before. Donald Trump's peace treaty with Hamas, I don't know how that's going, so I don't know if I told y'all, but on Friday, Donald Trump, Hamas agreed to Donald Trump's peace deal that he had for them in Israel, but Israel was still bombing them, and he gave a deadline by Sunday. The bodies of the hostages and the hostages that's living should be released, but we ain't seen nothing about that, but he said we just still waiting on it. The farmers is pissed off they real hot. So apparently, because of the tariffs, like soybeans is they cash crop. That's their money. And they usually sell to China. But because of the tariffs, China had to go somewhere else and get their soybeans. And now they have an abundance of soybeans, no money, in China nowhere in sight. And the guy was saying, he was like, I'm just waiting for us to call us. And I hope that they call us. But he said the longer that they do business with somebody else, they get accustomed to that. And then they begin to lose their business. So because of that, the government says that they're thinking about doing a $15 billion, $1 trillion bailout. And I'll be honest with you, the farmers say that they ain't really with that shit. Not for real, for real. They say because that bailout ain't gonna do us nothing, because the reality is we lost, like, in my industry, like, we lost the contract. We lost a really big contract, and that might have been their money contract. That might have been the only thing keeping their food on, and they lost their biggest contract. And that's not something that $1 billion, if you give me a little money right now, is going to help. The guy said it's going to affect us for generations, B. So I think I told y'all Bad Bunny is performing at the Super Bowl. And a lot of people are frustrated. So, of course, Kristi Noem is like, ICE is going to be there double time, triple time. But people keep asking, do you think illegal immigrants have enough money to buy tickets to the Super Bowl and drive there and get there? Oh, okay. Tyrese got arrested for something. Who fucking knows why? Y'all seen that there was a car that crashed into the, like, state building, a state house or something like that, and the sign on the dashboard was like, I'm a veteran and I need your help. Ooh, so they're trying to put Donald Trump's face on the 25th commemorative coin that they have for America's 250-year anniversary. The issue with that is that it's illegal. You cannot put a living president or somebody who has died within a couple, like 4 years or some crap like that. You can't put them on a coin. He said he gonna do it anyway. Oh, speaking of doing things anyway, Stephen Miller. So that's Donald Trump right hand man. I'm gonna leave this in here. So I personally, conspiracy corner, this is not the Early Morning Hustle show, but I think he's running the country, and they just let Donald Trump do his, like, decorative shit, like his ballroom shit, while they do, like, the country running shit. I think this is all his diabolical plan, and that's why I think he all like he all in the Kool-Aid and don't know the flavor. But I think he know the flavor because he made the flavor. But anyways. So he started talking about Donald Trump's plenary authority. He was giving an interview, and then that boy just froze up. He just glitched. Like, the boy, he was still, you could still see him. He could still hear, but he was acting like he couldn't hear or see, or like he was frozen or glitched out, but you could see him still blinking his eyes and moving and whatnot. So, I think that they have a diabolical plan in play, and a lot of people not seeing it just yet, and I hope they see it before it's too late. But did y'all see Stephen Miller freeze up like somebody had that thing in his face? Donald Trump, the Trump administration is, or the DOJ is suing James Comey, and he pled not guilty today, and that'll be an interesting suit, but that's one of Trump's enemies he going after. Are you Antifa? That's the questions you need to be asking yourself, because that's the questions Donald Trump is asking the people he got looking at your profile. Are you Antifa? So he got an executive order against Antifa. So there's that. Oh, bitch. Some people, the Latin Kings leader put 10 bands on ICE commander head in Chicago. On ICE. God damn. And I heard it wasn't just the commander, any ICE agents. That's insane, man. I think they need to get the boys out of there. Y'all heard about them 1,000 people stuck on the top of Mount Everest in a blizzard, and now people got to go fucking save them?